Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Let's Talk Diabetes with Anthony. Do you know what the dawn effect is? Well, if you don't worry because in this video, I'll be going over this topic with you. Plus, I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks which have been helping me deal with my own dawn effect problem. But before we begin, as always, my channel is not sponsored by any company. My main concern is its content, where I try to post videos twice a week on YouTube, usually Tuesdays and Fridays, as time and scheduling permits, trying to inform people about diabetes and how serious this disease is. Why? Because it affects our overall health. How do I know this? Well, because I am diabetic myself. I know how it's been affecting my overall health, and I know what you're going through. So, what is the dawn effect? Well, the dawn effect happens between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. to all of us. Between this time, our body starts to slowly wake up. And when this happens, our blood sugars spike. Now, for non-diabetics, this is great because your blood sugar will not spike as much. But for diabetics, it can be a problem. Now, it is understood that this spike is caused by hormones. So I'm just going to go over what hormones are, which will give you a better idea of how they're involved in the dawn phenomenon. So, like I just said, between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m., our body starts to slowly wake up. And in order for the body to fully be awake, well, hormones have to take place. What are hormones? Well, they start in our inductory glands, and they're basically chemicals, signals, which are sent to our blood and then to our cells. When our cells do sense these signals coming in, they start to wake up all of the organs in our body, such as, for example, heart, our pancreas, our liver. Our blood starts to work faster. So basically, when we sleep, when our body is not functioning all the way, it's like hovering. It's a low mode, like you put your computer to sleep. That's how our body is. Now, these hormones spike our body up and start to make it alert for us for when we get up. Now, when these hormones start to work, they need a lot of energy for this to happen because they're sending signals through our whole body, all the cells. And then when this happens, our blood sugar numbers go up because they need energy, sugar. Now, like I just said, for diabetics, it's a problem because your blood sugar is going to be twice as high than a non-diabetic. Now, you're probably wondering, is there a way for us not to get these high sugar spikes when the dawn effect happens? Well, my friends, there is. I'm going to give you some of my tips and tricks that I've been using to help me with my own dawn effect problem. So, what did I do? Number one, diet. Number two, exercise. And then number three, I added a little bit of fasting. So, what did I do to my diet? Well, here we go, my friends. I removed all of my pastas, potatoes, rice, and sweet potatoes, and even the quinoa. And also, I don't eat any brown foods either. Because, you know what? We were told that, avoid eating anything white and just eat the brown, and you'll be fine. Again, if you're not diabetic, this may work for you. But if you're diabetic, it's going to spike your numbers. I brought my total carb intake to about 100 grams per day. 100 grams per day, not per meal. Then I also removed my oven baked goodies, and I removed most of my snack foods. I try to stay with non-salted peanuts because peanuts take a long time to be switched over to sugar. Now, how did I know that these foods are causing my blood sugar to spike? Well, I'm not a scientist. I just decided to check my blood sugar numbers after I eat the food. And you know what? bingo, the blood sugar numbers went sky high. But you're probably saying right now in your mind, wondering, but aren't these foods supposed to be healthy for us? Well, my friends, they are. The wheat and the flour is healthy when it is grown from the ground as Mother Nature intended to it to do. You know what I mean by that. But when, big corporation man starts to dig it up and change the form of it, well, the nutrition is gone. That's right, gone. And you'll know because after, for example, you eat any kind of these foods that I mentioned to you, you're going to be a lot more, your hunger is going to be more than what you started. For example, I'm sure we've all been to Chinese restaurant. I'm just using this example. We have all that rice. We stuff ourselves. Oh geez, we leave. My gosh, I can't move. 20 minutes later, we're at home looking in the fridge. Why? Because that rice spiked our blood sugar numbers. And when our sugar's up, well, we get hungry. So I removed all those foods from my diet. Then I removed a lot of my fruits from the diet. I stuck with blueberries, blackberries, cherries. They have a low sugar spike and they're great for actually anybody, not just diabetics. Find out which one is good for you just in case you have allergic issues and try eating them. Then in terms of my dairy, well, I removed all my milk. I added a little bit more cheese, even for I added the hard cheese because hard cheese takes a long time to switch over. And it's, having a little piece of cheese is just the same as drinking milk, believe it or not. I did homework for that too. I added a lot more vegetables and protein to my diet. That's right, because when you eat your vegetables and protein, your blood sugar does not spike. It remains safely at a safe level. Now, I understand that some people, when they hear protein, they think of meat, and they're going to probably think, well, you know what, I can have meat because of my religion beliefs or because of my current health situation. Well, try to find an alternative meat product because there's many out there. You just have to find the right one that's for you, find out exactly how much you're supposed to be having, and incorporate it in your diet. Now, we're all different, so we're going to need the right amount that's good for you. So check with your doctor on that. Don't overdo on too much protein, of course, because it'll cause problems for you. That's right, my friends. This is what I did for that part. And then I saw my blood numbers slowly go down. Then the next thing I did, I added exercise, a little bit more exercise to my daily routine. When you exercise, your muscles move, they get a little bit more stronger, and they need more sugar, energy to bring you throughout your whole day. And when they need more sugar energy, that means there's less sugar floating around in your body. Now find out what's the best exercise for you and try to stick to it. In my case, I realized that weight training is better because, well, when your muscles even get stronger and bigger, they need more sugar energy to operate throughout the whole day. So it's actually operating 24 hours, 7 days a week. As if you're just doing cardio, it's just going to work for about a day until after you do your workout, usually about 4 to 6 hours. But my friends, any exercise is better than none, and plus your cardio workout is good for your circulation and your heart function. Then I incorporated a little bit of fasting. Now I'm not going to tell you how long I fast because it's going to be different for everybody. You got to find out which is the right amount of time that you should be fasting. Now, warning, my friends, if you are on medications such as any diabetic pills or insulin, you have to be careful with fasting because guarantee you fasting will bring your numbers down, and if you're on insulin, well, it's going to drop your numbers down a lot drastically, and you might run into trouble. So if you're thinking of trying to fast, consult your doctor, and they will figure out a way for you to fast. Fasting doesn't mean you got to do 40 hours, 50 hours. You have to figure out the right way for you. For example, fasting could be 3 hours. Fasting could be 4 hours, or 2 hours for that matter. It's just a little bit of these changes will help you. And when this starts to lower down your blood sugar numbers, the dawn effect will have a lesser impact on your morning blood sugar numbers. I've done this and I've checked my numbers, and my numbers are not as high as they used to be when the dawn effect takes place. Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this short video on the dawn effect. I couldn't find any graphics that work with my program here. So I hope you enjoyed listening to me throughout the whole video and watching me. Don't forget, all carbs turn to sugar except for water. Alright, that's it for now, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.